Hi guys, hi and welcome to the next video. Today, pretty exciting video. We're going to be using a red, green, blue LED and to configure randomly changing colour. So the colours are going to change randomly. So quite a lot to learn in this video. So I think it's going to be quite a long video. So first thing I do, I'll show you how to wire up the project board. So let's go to that view. Okay, so what we got here, we're going to use the red, green, blue. Hopefully you can see that. I'm trying to get it in focus. It's the module, the red, green, blue LED module, right? And you're going to need 4 wires, a red, yellow, blue and green if you can. All right, so the 4 wires. Now what we're going to connect to is the first component off of the board that we have to connect to our board, and it goes in the connection here. If you look here you can see it. It says the red RGB LED, 4 connections on the module, right? So the first one we're going to take is the red, right? So if we look at this, the red, you can see the plus goes to the red. Okay, the plus goes to red, and if you look on the board you can see the 5 volts. So this module uses 5 volts, and we put it to the 5 volts, which is the top one. All right, 5 volts. The next color we need is yellow, right? The yellow. I like to use red for power, because and black for ground, and then you don't get confused. Okay, so a yellow wire goes to the B. All right, you can see that, and this goes to the next one beside the 5 volts. As you can see, the lights come on. The next color we need is, I know this doesn't make sense, the blue. I'm just going by the drawing. And this goes to the next one in the loop, which is the green. Okay, and again it's changed color. And the last one, the green, I know it doesn't make sense, but I'm following my drawing, goes to the B. All right, if I can get it in, the lights a bit faint here. Okay, so that is our RGB module cabled up. Let me see if I can put that where you can see it. Hopefully you can see it there. Yep, you can. Right, so let me go to my next view. Right, remember I've got a Spanish keyboard. I'll try and do the best I can. You're going to learn lots of new commands here. Right, so let's open up Phony. I've got mine already open, and we go File, New, Template, Open, or OK. Brings up our template, yeah. Remember, and now what we have to do is do a file save as. Just get to my notes. So file save as. I'm going to call mine Rainbow LED. Okay, Rainbow LED dot PY. Okay, that. Right. Excuse me. So, again, import RPI.GPIO as GPIO, import time. We now have to import random, okay? Import random. Right. So this is going to give us our random lights. Basically, it's one of our attributes. We have to import random. And the next, we have to name our pins. Yeah, remember this? Pins, and its equals, which is there. And this time we use square brackets. All right, square brackets, and that for me is there. Okay, square brackets. 29, we're going to be using 29 comma 31 comma space and 33. All right, brackets off, square brackets off. Okay, define the pins for red 29, green 31, blue 33. Let's go to our setup. We have to use global, the global command in our defined. Oh, I should be at setup. Yeah, I am. Okay. So quite a bit to go in here, right? So our global PWM red, right? So that's what we're going to name our PWMs. PWM green. Oh, why am I doing a capital? Let me just check. It's not capital. PWM green, comma, and PWM, no, is there a comma? Yeah, comma, PWM blue. Right, so that has defined our global pulse width modulation. Then we're going to set mode. GPIO.set mode, GPIO board. What's next? Yep, GPIO dot setup. Yeah, let me just make sure I know where I am. And brackets. Oh, wrong one. Pins and GPIO out dot out. Okay, and brackets off. And then our output GPIO dot output, right, brackets on, and it's pins. Did we name it pins? Yeah, we did. We named it pins there. Pins, comma, GPIO dot high. Right, makes the RGB LED pins to output mode. First one, and the second one make RGB LED pins output high level. All right, and brackets off. Our next one is now we have to do our pulse width modulation. All right, so PWM red. Remember, it's PWM is what we named it. Equals GPIO dot PWM, this time capitals, the PWM, brackets on, pins, remember we named pins, square brackets, okay, remember the square brackets, 0, square brackets off, that gives us 0, comma, 2000. All right, and then a brackets off. Okay, so what this is doing is setting the PWM frequency to 2 kilohertz, and that's going to be the same with all of them. So what I'm going to do to make life easier, copy. Let me tab that in. Oh. Paste. Come back a bit. And so instead of a red, it will be green. Space. WM, but we're changing the pin, and it's going to be on pin 1. Radio. Yeah. So that's green, and then we're going to do the same for the blue. Take that back. Blue. And that's going to be on pins 2. All right, simply enough, just copy and paste and change them things. Red, green, blue, 0, 1, 2. Okie doke. So all set to 2 kilohertz, all 3. Now we're going to set the duty life cycle. So what we do PWM. Hang on, let me come down to where I am. I don't want to get lost. It's a long program. So it's going to be PWM red. Yeah. Dot start. And we're going to put it to 0. Right. And the same with all the others. So it's PWM green. To 0. Oh, dot start. You forgot to tell me. It's dot start at 0. And then finally the blue. PWM blue dot start 0. Okay, so that's setting the whole duty cycle to 0. Right. Now what we come into now, this is new, DEF, yeah, set color. I know it's spelt American for the English people out there. So this changes duty cycle for the 3 pins, red valve, green valve and B valve, the value. All right, so brackets on, R underscore val, right, and then it's comma, and then G underscore val, value, comma, B underscore val, yeah. underscore val, brackets off, colons, where's my colon, that's a semicolon, colons. Okay, what happens when we do a colon? Gives us our automatic indent. So this is where we change the duty cycle, right? So PWM red, is it dot or comma? Dot, change duty cycle. Remember, capital C, capital D, capital C. Right. Brackets on. R underscore val. Brackets off. Okay. Colons. Okay, so we're now carrying on this loop, the reset color loop. And now we have to do our change duty cycle, right? Hang on, have I got this wrong? Yes, I have got this wrong. Bear with me. Take that out. Okay. So red, green and blue. So what we're going to do, easiest way to do it, right click, copy, paste, paste, and so we go. Change that to green. Yeah, G-val. Right, change that to blue and B-val. Right, everything okay so far? Looks okay to me, but you never know. You never know when until we come to run it. What you can do when you're halfway through, just give it a quick save. I like to do that, to be honest. So we're now up to, let's go, we've done set color. Let's go to our while loop. All right. And this is where the first part is where we get the random color change. So these are the commands for the random color change. So R, yeah, and it's equals random. Remember we load the we imported random at the top. Random dot space RANDINT. Okay. Random initiate, that means, all right, random initiate, or get a random between, it's brackets on, 0, comma, space, 100 off, right? So again, I think it's quicker anyway. Oh, copy, paste. Why is that going like that? I'm doing the wrong one. Paste. And again, replace that with the G and replace that with a B. All right. So that's going to give us a random color change between 0 and 100. Right, simple enough. And now we want to set a random duty cycle. So we do a set color. I'm sorry, it's in American. That's a capital C. I'm sorry. Then again, we do have, hopefully we've got a couple of American viewers. So, and then we brackets on. It's R, comma, G, comma, B. Brackets off. As I say, that sets the random duty cycle value. Random duty cycle value. Right. So what we have to do now, we put our print command. Print. Brackets on. Hope I get that right first time. Nope. There we go. A few funny commands. You have to put percent signs and all that. So I'm going to have to follow this really closely. So R equals percent. Percent on mine is 5. Hopefully. Yeah. D. Right. Comma. Space. G equals. Oh, nearly. Equals percent D, comma, and blue the same. Oh my God. B, percent D. Right. And then colons. And right, just so I'm just making sure I've got this right. Percent. Oh, that's and. Percent. Brackets on. R. Comma. G, comma, space, B, brackets off, and don't forget to turn the first bracket after print. Okay, so there's 2 brackets at the end. Right, let me just move this down a bit. So it is a long program. And then we can put time dot sleep 1 second. I think it'd be long enough. Yeah. So let's come down. Now in our destroy, we've got to put a few more. Let's bring this up. Before our GPIO cleanups, we have to clear the PWM, right? So we do PWM red dot stop, brackets on off, no argument. Okay, let's copy that. Copy. V. Control V. If you didn't know the shortcut for paste, it's Control V. Right. Green. And excuse me, blue. Right, and then we go to our GPIO clean up. Well, that looks pretty good to me. Do a file. Let's do a save. Let's hope everything's hunky-dory, shall we? Let's hope everything's hunky-dory. Should we run it? Right. Most recent, line 26. Let's have a look at line 26. Let's go back to the code. Line 26. R equals random dot randint. You know what we didn't do? What didn't we do? Indent. That's what we didn't do. 26. Yeah, we forgot our indent. There you go. We're here to learn. We're here to learn. Let me stop this. Let's do a save. And let's try again. Well, well, the one little mistake, and we're working. So you can see that. Let me make sure I'm on the, and here we are. We're getting random changes. If you look at the bottom of your code, you can see the random changes. And there you go. There you go. That is how to control a red, green, blue LED on your Raspberry Pi. Well, hope you enjoyed that video. It did take us a little bit of time, but we got there in the end. Yeah. Remember, tell your friends about this channel, especially if they're senior citizens like us. You know, we can all learn, and it'd be great if you can communicate with your grandkids. All right. Well, thanks very much. Please don't forget to like the video and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Thanks very much. Bye bye.